ask you about the timing of this IPO. Does it make sense to you that MGM wants to come to market right now?
Well, I think it makes sense in the sense that the overall market growth is still strong. However, if you try to fine-tune the market timing, I think the thing is now we are seeing some sort of global de-risking. So gaming is a sector that saw substantial share price performance year to date. So that's why I think in the very near term, investors may take profits a little bit, but I think it's a short-term correction that will be becoming a better buying opportunity for investors.
That's right. There has been a big run-up in shares. I mean, when Macau has almost doubled just in the past 12 months, SGM, you know, some big returns. So as you mentioned, if we're having investors take money off the table, I mean, what kind of response are we going to get for MGM China on day one?
Well, I think, MGM China in particularly, I think, I cannot comment too much about the company itself, but for the overall IPO market per se, so I think it is the one that is with a sizable liquidity for big investors who may miss the overall gaming market before. So, it's difficult to get into big positions in the secondary market. So that's why they become appealing to get into. It's a way to get into the biggest, fast-growing gaming market in the world.
Right. Let's talk about the Macau gaming hub itself, because MGM China, let's be honest, it doesn't have that big of a facility in Macau. I'd say it's probably the smallest of all the big names that we talk about. Galaxy just opening up its new casino, and then we have Wynn saying he wants to build on Cotai, say, in the next 4 years or so.
Right.
Do you think there's an oversaturation right now?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. Basically, the market is still growing very fast. We're talking about this year, in the first 4 months of the year, the growth rate was 43%, and our existing full-year forecast is 33% for the full year, but I think it's kind of underestimation. So with market growing 40% plus this year, and next year, even if growth normalized, we're looking at some high teens growth, and looking at supply growth. We're talking about this year, we're adding Galaxy Macau, which may add to the overall gaming tables about 7-8%. The Macau government's capped the number of tables at 5,500 until 2013, and beyond that, the capacity will go at about 3 to 5% according to Macau government. So growth is definitely the demand growth is outpacing supply growth.
Okay, so there's plenty of business to go around. That's what you're saying, even with the number of casinos that we see in Macau right now. What about visitor numbers? We keep talking about 40% increase in visitor numbers, 30%. Is that going to continue for this year?
Well, I think, it depends on two things. One is the infrastructure in China. Obviously, we have the high-speed where we're bringing more people to Macau easier than before and quicker than before. On the other hand, Macau also have the bottleneck in terms of infrastructure. So that's why the government is building a lot of things like the permanent ferry terminal in Taipei, the Hong Kong to Macau bridge, as well as the light rail system.
But what I'm trying to say is, with visitor numbers up, can that continue to translate into big numbers in the gaming revenue side?
Well, I think two things. One is the visitation number is more about the mass market business. And to me, mass market is a form of luxury spending. So normally it grows at a rate higher than the normal consumption growth in terms of a good economy. So if China is heading to a soft landing, not a hard landing, then growth will continue. And also the increasing income growth, income will actually translate to more spending on leisure traveling, so people go to Macau more often. Okay, let's talk about your top picks. You still like Macau Crown, really? Yes, I still like Macau Crown most. I think, investing in Macau is all about rating the growth versus valuation. So on one hand, valuation-wise, Empire is still trading at the lowest valuation among the 5 listed ones. On hand, in terms of growth, I think this is the one likely to see most growth potential this year on back of its ramping up of the City of Dreams. And some may say that Galaxy may see even stronger potential. But I think it takes time for the new casino to ramp up, so it takes about another 9 to 12 months. So next year, Galaxy will see strongest growth. Okay.